Good evening and welcome to Channel Yemaswati News. My name is Yemaswati. Before we start with our news bulletin, let's take a look at our top stories making headlines this half an hour. His Excellency the Right Honorable Prime Minister Sipho Dlamini has hailed the King for calling Sibaya. A man was found murdered at Nhlambeni and suspected to have some of his body parts missing. And finally, Mgometulu clan was very displeased today after the reburial of their family members that they did not approve of. Before we continue with our news bulletin, viewers at home, I'd like to reiterate the message that we have just seen under the Mginiwe campaign. This is a campaign by the Ministry of Health, the National Disaster Management Agency, sponsored by ESWATINI. And now we shall continue with our news bulletin. His Excellency the Right Honorable Prime Minister Sipho Dlamini at the Cabinet offices has hailed the King for calling Sibaya. He further on stated that it is fake news that there's going to be an interim government during the dialogue. We have a report. His Excellency the Right Honorable Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini today during a press conference that was held at the Cabinet offices today addressed the matter of an interim government that has been circulating around the media these days. His Excellency stated that he hails the King first of all for calling Sibaya amid the unrest that is currently going on in the kingdom. The Prime Minister stated that the Kingdom of Eswatini has a standing constitution that goes by the book, and therefore there will be no interim government taking care of the running of the country during the dialogue. The Prime Minister stated that the country is still going to be running the same way under the current government as it is according to the constitution.
Vamile lana kukhulunywa ngilabanye kulamalaba laba kuyona lemishuko ukuthi kutaba khona uhulumende wesikhashana lokawukhethwa ukuke bakwenta ukuthi kube incabakelwano lebangeke bakhona ukuthi bakhulume ingakendeki. Sichaza ukucacisa ngalokusobala ukuthi livela kangwane linahulumende lowakheke ngalokusemthethweni uhulumende wembuko kunezinhlangothi lezintathu, kune-executive, kune-parliament, bese kuba netinkantolo. Letinhlangothi leti-ke tonke zibekwe ngokulandzela umthethosisekelo ukuthi angeke kuphindze ime eceleni ngokuthi kusendiwa tinkulumisano.
He also stated that schools are going to be open as soon as the government feels and sees that it is safe for children to now go to school, because there are people who seem to be actually manipulating children and using them for their own ulterior motives in gaining something out of desperation. I'm Kanyisile Mambuza for Channel Yemaswati News in a report compiled by Kimberly Mavuso in Babane. The Minister for Health, Senator Nkosi, today in conjunction with the National Emergency Response Center for HIV and AIDS and Nurture, officially launched the World AIDS Day for the year 2021. This day is going to be commemorated on the 1st of December, and the launch was held at the Royal Villas in ESWATINI this morning.
The Minister for Health, Senator Nkosi, today at the Royal Villas Hotel in ESWATINI officially launched the 2021 National World AIDS Day, and its global theme is End Inequality, End AIDS, and Pandemics. The Honorable Minister for Health, Senator Nkosi, stated that it is important to work together to fight the spread of HIV and AIDS, further stating that even though the numbers are not really encouraging in the kingdom, she is grateful to organizations that worked tirelessly to make sure that the spread of HIV and AIDS is curbed in the kingdom, which includes Nature Eswatini. The Honorable Minister emphasized on the importance of working together to eliminate AIDS.
We have worked with stakeholders. Today, we are looking at a theme for this year. It is a good thing that time and again and every year we can come and inject new energy and think about what we are doing. Inzaba yethu sonke le we know, but we are looking at, this is the theme for this year. And it's adapted for us with Sister Ngobi AIDS, Satinqoba letinye tifo lokubalulekile sitanqoba nekubandlulula. The young people are talking of the hashtag ending AIDS together. It is together. Even when we have differences, it is together that we can journey this far.
The Executive Director for Nature ESWATINI, Mr. Khanya Mabuza, stated that an increase in new infections, and especially in young women, was noted in the kingdom.
ESWATINI, which is number 3 from the top, if you look at females, prevalence, HIV prevalence amongst females has increased by 6.1%. If you compare again the females with the male population, the male has dropped by 13%. This is the ESWATINI. So the question is seeing the prevalence amongst the 15.
Congo Director Mr. Emmanuel Dlangamandla pledged that the organization will work with the ESWATINI government to fight the spread of HIV and AIDS. I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News, ESWATINI.
A man who is suspected to have been murdered, as well as suspected to have some of his body parts missing, was discovered today at Nhlambeni. It is stated that this man must have been murdered about last week, and this brought a big shock to the residents of Nhlambeni. We have a report.
Heshane Mota was found dead at Nhlambeni last week. It is said that the man was not very well health-wise. It is also mentioned that his family checked on him at 12 midnight, and when they went to check on him again in the morning, it's 5 o'clock. And that is when the man was found dead. His upper lip removed, the nose seemed to be removed, and also he was stabbed. The young people from Nhlambeni then gathered for a meeting with the police because they voiced out they have suspicions concerning the death of the man.
sayobuka ngalelanga bahlaba inyanzalo yokuthi nangu utholakele ufile. Kodwa bagcine kumhlola laba balakha ngabo 12 ebusuku. Sathi masigcine kumbona bagcine kumbona ngabo 12 ebusuku mase babuyela ngabo 5 bathola ukuthi so unguliwe wasuswa lesikopho lenyama le wajutshwa nale lip yangetulu wajutshwa nalikhala nala kwatholakala ukuthi nala ugwaziwe. Sasuka ke siyuti yalana ngoba uke walahleka samphenya elaze simthole ngoyo lokusekabuya ke nyalo afa atholakala endlini sebamente kanje. Makatholakala endlini sebamente kanje na sabathi siyabuka ngasine emaphoyisa athulile kude la sitshela kona loku action. Sasuka lapho sabuthana seyuthi saya khona lapha ka Khabo lejaza simasuka khona safike saze siyacela kulaba labadzala ukuthi sicela basifunele basicelele wona emaphoyisa ngoba kukhona ti solo nako konke lesikuthola ukuthi kukhona labasolekako kanje kanje.
Ningabe nenenisola ukuthini bantu benzawo noma
kuloko ku obvious bantu benzawo abasibo labakhashane futhi nje bufakazi sebuya ngekubakhona.
Bekangakanani lo babe?
Ngicabanga sibesekana abo 56 years.
When we arrived at the man's homestead, they told us they are still shattered about the whole situation, thus they cannot speak much about it for now. Reporting for Yemaswati channel, I am Nonhlanhla Twala at Nhlambeni.
The Royal ESWATINI Police Service Chief Police Information and Communications Officer Superintendent Phindile Vilagati states that the Nhlambeni matter has been attended to. She confirmed that there was a man who was found murdered, but however they cannot confirm to having some of his body parts missing, as the doctors are supposed to do that as they have the full responsibility for it. And now we shall continue with our news bulletin. Aspiring police today were found at the Royal ESWATINI Police Service headquarters in Manzini going to deliver their applications. They stated that they do hope that they'll be accepted as they do intend to serve the law and the Kingdom of Eswatini fairly and fully. We have a report.
Aspiring police, more especially young people, were at the Manzini Regional Police Headquarters to apply for jobs at the Royal ESWATINI Police. The queue was so long, even though it was a bit raining in the morning. Most of those that applied are young people and mostly males. We spoke to a few that did not like to appear on TV or their voices to be heard. They stated that the reason they are interested in joining the Royal ESWATINI Police is because they want means to earn a living. They also stated they have passion for the job. Reporting for Yemaswati channel, I am Nonhlanhla Twala in Manzini.
The committee that was responsible for the investigation of Pigspeak Hotel to date delivered their reports before the House of Assembly. However, this report was not accepted as it was thrown out and they were told to go and start afresh that investigation. This all transpired during the sitting today. Today, during the sitting of the House of Assembly, the committee that was tasked with investigating the operations of Pigspeak Hotel came back to produce their report to the House. However, the production of the report was unsuccessful because this report was rejected by the House of Assembly. They stated that they only get a one-sided report in this report by the committee, and therefore they do not understand what actually was being investigated by the committee. The chairperson of the committee, Honorable Dlamini of Funzingeni constituency, tried to explain to the House, and this is what he had to say.
Ngema lapho Mr Speaker batangisekela lebesinabo ngicela indlu ukuthi manje sibusisele uphase lo mbiko uhambe litiko lelifanele naleto sihlangothi manje tisebente sitovimba sibangaphinzi babuye la. Ngiyabonga Mr Speaker.
Speaker, ngifuna nje ukuthi industry lena kumcoka lokho ukuthi sinakekele ngoba vele ngiyo lesimakethako evela. Kunenge-ke Speaker njengoba shito i-report inako lokunye umhlonishwa ukubekile lokuthi bangabuta abafuna kubuta. Kunenge-ke lesingakufaka la lokumayelana nale report. Ungabhala incwadi yonke.
The Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Honorable Moses Vilagati, stated that they were not pleased with this report and therefore they should go back and get it redone.
Ngoba bengibheke ukuthi kule report come the operational challenges, management, viability of the institution. Lokungekho la. So bese kuthi ke kuba naletinkinga yokuthi we support kanjani ngoba mina bengithi batawusisita silitiko sokusista ibamba kanjani. Mr Speaker, ngawuqala nje nge very substantial lona ye allegation of abuse of power and sexual misconduct. It's a very serious thing. Uthiwa bathi sebatawuhamba beva ukuthi kunento lenjengaleyo.
Mkhanyisile Mavuso for Channel Yemaswati News in a report compiled by Kimberly Mavuso at Parliament.
Mali umendo injabulo kuthula lesine nangalesihlanu ngumathapha esigodweni yentabeni yensinziso ngalesithathu usesteki ehholeni lamasipala phatha umhlatshelo longu 300 emalangeni sheshe ufika nga7 ekseni ngobe lilayini liba lidze kakhulu ikhona ne-special appointment sekubona umprofethi ngasense ngemalanga langathandazeli ngawo kube kabanisha manje kunathi tinombolo.
Do it all from the palm of your hand. With the Eswatini Ministry of Health Alert app, you can get access to the app by getting the link from the Eswatini Ministry of Health social media pages and by scanning the QR code found on posters. Use the WhatsApp number 79436585 and send hi. Then, following the prompts, you can get to register for your COVID-19 jab. Get the latest updates on COVID-19 and even get access to a healthcare professional. There's so much more at your fingertips with the Eswatini Ministry of Health. Do it all. Vaccinate, wash your hands, and wear a mask.
One, two, three, bola. Baze baphela buhlungu bami bengingatholi bantwana. Mhle senginayo umuntu engixoxa naye, ngisidlala naye. Manje ngiyayibonga nahlelo lwaka foster care program. Lolwangilethela wena mfana wami. Namhla senginalo nami uthundulo lwami lwakusasa. Sengiyade ukuthi sekukhona umuntu engihlala naye lesixoxa naye.
Bantwa bethu foster care help raise the future bethembethile.
Mani, khumbula ukuthi kuchawulana nekutsinzana ungathelelana i-COVID-19. Qaphela, khumbula ukuthi kubambelana sinatwa engilasini yinye nakho kungathelelana i-COVID-19. Ungaqhubeki, khumbula kuvikela labaseceleni kwakho ngekuthindelela ingoselo. Bagcini besive, asende kuhamba ngemigomo ekuvikela i-COVID-19. Indlela lensha yethu sonke kuphila kude sitigcine siphephile kanye nesive sonke asikhumbutane njalo ngalesikutshelwa litiko letempilo nge-COVID-19. Asikwende konke, gcoka sifonyo, geza tandla ngensipho nemanti lahambako, gcina umkhathi uphindze ugweme ticubu. Mgcini wesive, ungapheli mandla i-COVID ingakapheli.
Welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us. I'd also like to take this opportunity and welcome all of our viewers who have just tuned into channel Yemaswati News. And now we shall continue with our news bulletin. Mgometulu clan reburial of some of their family members left the community with mixed feelings today. The clan not only did not attend the reburial or reallocation of the graves, but they also were left in tears as it was a very emotional day for them. However, the Komindaba Royal Crow says they have been going by the book and nothing is unlawful with what happened today. We have a report.
The dispute is a result of a development that is being brought by ESWATINI, where they want to build a dam in the area. However, the dam has to be constructed at Mgometulu graveyard. The Mgometulu family say they have been oppressed by the Lavumisa royal crow that has forcefully digged out the graves and further chose the new graveyard without consulting them. However, Mr. Mieni Indvuna of Komindaba in Lavumisa said everything has been done lawfully and by the book.
La indzawo ngeyabo kanti phela thina sathi ukuthi bona bangaphasi kwakhe umbanikosi kaSangwane lokhona njengoba ubona nje mfana wenkosi lapha bafaka inhlaba lapha bafaka ematshe bagciba kwabe ke sakusasebenze ngaleyo ndlela leyo sabe sesiyajika sifuna indlela temthetho ngoba eveni wena kunene kufuneka kuphula eveni hayi umsindo. Saya ke high court nekunene sayufaka indzaba seyifakile indzaba bathi bakagininza indzaba yabo iyaphenda ebandleni leliqoqo lengwenyanga saya lasibita saya nabo lafike latha kuqhuphekwe sabuya baphinze futhi bala ngokwesibili kuthi kwendeke saqhubeka ke saya ebandleni sesisuke high court sinabo batshelwa ke lokuthi umsebenzi lo la wenkosi lomsebenzi ufanele umsebenzi uhlonishwe uqhubeke ungede wema lo wakho kwelidam nelo kungcwatshwa kwalabantu.
Mrs. Mgometulu Ewido was said that they feel saddened by this act and they did not attend the mass funeral of their loved ones.
Madam Mgometulu, ingabe yini okukunika lisizwe elikhulu kangaka?
Umyeni wami nababitala nabake nabantwabami. Nabangqabenzaweni nabengayifuni. Yema, kuthi khona indzawo mntanami la kufanele kubambeka ngekuthula. Senitshe manje ngigcwalile ngabagufa ngetandla ngithathe mathambo. Dokotela ngiyagula emake mina.
Uze kufike kulesigaba lesi namhlanje bagubhe emathuna alelikhaya lakamngometulu ngaphandle kwemvume yendungule bakamngometulu nangaphandle komthetho wahulumende. Bathatha lamathuna sathi-ke bebawabekephi sonke lesikhathi batawubuya nawo lamuhla-ke bathi bayawangcwaba kuleya ndzawo labangcwaba kuyo. Eceleni kwakhona kunekakithi bokhokho bethu sicelile kokuthi sicela amanene angabe shothi basuswa iprojekthi lapha bamane sibukele enye indzawo bangababeki eceleni kwabokhokho bethu ngoba lapha nathi siphahla khona. Kanti nalokuthi besisethukile nje ukuthi lamuhla indlungula kalavumisa itogubhe emathuna lengazange yangcwaba kuye ngani.
I-case yakhona i-1763 wa-2021 le granta le-order kwekuthi kusentshetwe kahle ngaphandle kwekuthi bantfu labatebenta umsebenti baphazanyiswe. I-presence yemaphoyisa itogcina kuthula nekwekuthi-ke lophazamisa le-order ingalo yemtsetfo ivele imbambe. Lapha-ke sithe sisasebenta bakhona lesesibatfolile lababonakale baphazamisa.
Yemaswati Channel Mguri Carlos Ngayi Lavumisa.
Premier Bakeries today made a donation to 22 care points in Mbabane as they are doing their social corporate responsibility in giving back to the community. Channel Yemaswati caught up with them at Sandra Lee care points in Mbabane where they had gone to deliver food parcels to a care point. We have a report. Premier Bakeries ESWATINI, which is a food manufacturer with 3 sites producing flour, maize, bread and emahewu for Yemaswati and the rest of Africa, joins the world in World Hunger movements, working towards zero hunger to donate food parcels and deliver essential goods to 22 charities, providing over 163,920 servings in the next few months. Channel Yemaswati reporters today caught up with them at the Sandra Lee care points in Mbabane, whereby we conducted an interview with the marketing manager, Mr. Mfundo Dlamini, who also leads their CSI, stated that if they work together for one common goal, they can cook up dreams and kitchens across Africa. He stated that today alone in Mbabane, they are going to leave food donations to 22 charities.
Sivakashe sibalethele tilokotho etinhle lokudla lesine namhla kuphela. Lokusho ukuthi we will be doing it for the next 3 months ngoba akusithi ukuthi utawufike uphe namuhla bese sothi kusasa batawudlani lokuphela. Premier ke nje kuyinkampani leyenta ema-maize meal bo flour tingwa kanye nemahewu. Sithe kasithathe kulama products ethu sibuye sitawusita wonke ama-care points leswasita kuleli langa lanamuhla angu-22.
We also conducted an interview with Ngane Nzimanzo, who is one of the caretakers at the home, who stated that they were in dire need of food, especially since the children's schools are closed and therefore their food consumption levels are actually higher.
Vele labantwana bayakudzinga lokudla. Bayakudzinga sibili lapha nje ngoba kuhle kutholakala nale tinkwa. Vele liyatsingakala le break lapha litiyana bamane bathi phela nabo njengoba bahlethi lapha emakhaya nje kuba ngayini esikolweni inkinga lenkulu kakhulu vele badla kakhulu futhi lapha nabangayile esikolweni ngcono nabayile esikolweni.
Premier Bakery stated that they are also going to be making similar donations at Sipofaneni this coming Friday. I'm Khanyisile Mambuza for Channel Yemaswati News with Kimberly Mavuzo in Mbabane. The Mbabane Municipal Council today met with market vendors from around the city who had previously delivered a petition at the municipal offices. Today they wanted answers as per the response to their petition because it has taken too long for them to get any response. This was held during the meeting that was held at Togo's Conference Center in Mbabane today.
Siyawa Association, which is an association that governs vendors in the Kingdom of Eswatini and which is affiliated in Swazi Cross-Border Traders Association, today met with members of the Mbabane Municipal Council. This is following the fact that Siyawa Association delivered a petition at the Municipal Council where one of their grievances was that they want clean running water in their toilets. We conducted an interview with the president of the association, Amatha Vilagati, who stated that they feel like the municipal council is dragging their feet in terms of addressing their grievances. She mentioned that this issue is of paramount importance and they feel like the municipal council should have attended to their grievances already.
Usibitile ke namuhla sinelithemba sijabule kakhulu uthi namhla sidokudeliberatha kule tinto lesamnika tona naye siclarify lapha ngeva khona mane sajabha kakhulu uthi utositshela ukuthi meya usaya kubuka bekede isikhathi usaya kuyokubuka akubukisise bese uyasiphendula ukuthi lokhu kungangena la sase asavumelana ngoba thina sitele ukuthi lapha sitokhuluma ngenzaba lesishisako kunebami labalala ngendlala kunetinto letibolawo letilahlwako kunako konke lokwenteka lapha erenkini ngoba le petition iqukethe konke lokho sikhanza ukuthi asivumelani sesikudede lokuthi asivumelani sesitawusukuma vele sishaya itandla semasipala sokuyabuya phasi uyasicela uthi ucela siku-prioritize sikunike bumcoka kwabo ukuthi lokhu kuyangicindezela kakhulu siyavuka lokhu kungicindezela kusemkhathini ngakhona kuphila nabo lokhu ngakwenda nawuthola imali ngalenye ilanga.
We then conducted an interview with Mr. Lakitsabetse, the information officer at the Mbabane Municipal Council, who stated that the petition was presented to his superiors, and he further mentioned that they will look upon the grievances of the vendors.
Ngita ukuthi kube inhlanhla ukuthi itolo ibe seyakhona kungena emhlanganweni wama-councillors. Bekune council ordinary meeting la ema-councillors naye mayor bayibukile babe seke bayasithuma ukuthi cha asibuye emhlanganweni nabo bomake sitoyikhulumisa kungasiwe kumbe ukuthi mbamba vele sesingena kuyo yonke yini but nje sisho lokuthi cha uthi longanga meya ucela emalanga ake abuke the issues that have been raised. So sitelana nje silethele ligama lelo la meya ukuthi cha i-council ibukile ithi isacela a couple of days ukuthi nathi sibone ukuthi sithini ku-way forward kulena ndzaba ngiloko kuphela lesikulethile but-ke niyati-ke nanihleli phasi nikhulumisana nimaswati bese niyabona ukuthi cha lana kulena kumbe singaphuma njani.
I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News with Mxolisi Mavuso, Mbabane.
And with that, we have come to the inevitable end of our news bulletin. Viewers at home, before we sign out, let's take a look at our top stories making headlines this half an hour. His Excellency, the Right Honorable Prime Minister Sipho Dlamini today hailed the King for calling Sibaya. A man was found murdered and possibly had some of his body parts removed from his body. And finally, a Mgomedilu clan from Ngai area is very displeased with the reburial of 11 of their members of the family in an allocation that they feel was uncalled for. Thank you very much for staying with us. I do hope you will have a good night and may God bless you.